Welcome to Living Magically. I am your host, Magical Michelle. And this week, November 24th, is the beginning of Thanksgiving week. And one of the last really big weeks of the Mercury retrograde, of so many retrogrades, and we're starting to sort of come out of it. And I just, it's such an important week. I just want to share with you, if you've been feeling it, if you've been cooking, like you've been prepping for this, it's okay. It's intense right now. And when we do this, when we look at where we are, I want you to take a few minutes and look and see how far you've come. One of the big themes of a Mercury retrograde, and I love it coming over Thanksgiving, is that we can see how far we've come. How far have you come this year? How far have you come in the last 9 years? How far have you come in your life? Who are you now, and who are you becoming? Who have you remembered to be? So I'm coming to you here from my my dear friend Abby. Thank you, Abby, for being an incredible host, and to all my friends and family here in Ohio. I'm just a few miles away from the home I grew up in. And when I'm here, I find that there is a different kind of support. There's a support from people that have known me literally my whole life. Abby has been my friend, and her family members have been people I've known since I was born. And then I also have my other friends like Tina, who was my Girl Scout, best friend in Girl Scouts. And we've been friends all through high school and college, and maintained the friendship to this day. And of course, Melissa, who was my roommate in college, that has been kind of through the good and the bad times. And I think about that, and I think about how they show up in my life, and how these lifelong friendships have molded me. And I look back, and they've loved me through many incarnations. Some of them good, some of them bad. And can you love yourself through all of the incarnations? Some of them good, some of them bad. And I think about how they show up for me when I visit. I had a care package with Melissa, brought me like a yummy sweater to overcoat to wear, and socks, and these gifts. And my friend Abby, puts up her guest room, and my Aunt Kathy loans me her car, and just people show up for me when I'm here because they know who I am at a deepest level, and they show up for me at home. I'm not saying that people at home, like, God, everybody shows up for me at home too. I guess I could make an entire video just thanking all the people in my life, like Marissa, and like Scott, and if your name isn't mentioned, literally you, because if you're listening to this, you're part of my world. But have you taken that deep dive into appreciating the lessons that these people have given you? The lessons that have come through your hardships, the lessons of what have you gotten as a wisdom from the things that have happened to you. We talk about our enemies. We talk about our narcissists in our life. We talk about the people who've been hard or difficult or didn't show up for us. And the invitation I'm going to give you is, if they come up or they are in your world this week with the holiday, look at what you've learned. Look at your resilience. Look at how you've learned to value yourself. what has the wisdom as you're reviewing these situations, as you're in the gratitude for what has happened. Be grateful also for the negative. And I know that's hard. It's hard to look at your negative and say, wow, that made me grow, or that person was only doing the best they knew how to do. Maybe you have to say, I was only doing what I knew how to do. So this week, review and release, review and be appreciative, review and look at things with wisdom. So we talk about gratitude as the attitude for the season, and it certainly is, and it's deep appreciation can bring you the highest form of manifestation. We're in that new moon waxing in, with a full moon peaking December 4th, the last full moon of the year, and it will be a supermoon. So there is an opportunity here to use this portal for growth, for transformation. It's a really good time, though, to review with wise eyes, with gratitude, appreciation, and a open heart what has come true for you, and take accountability. Take full on accountability. I was a jerk here. I didn't do this. I was scared. I procrastinated. I didn't know any better. Make a good apology and accept apologies right now. With this many planets in retrograde, and specifically Mercury retrograde, we invite full release, full apologies. And a good apology takes accountability and also says, this is what I would do differently going forward. It's you've got to put a little action behind an apology too. But sometimes an apology comes in your own mind and you can't even tell the person, or your need to release and forgive is going to come from someone who didn't apologize, who never even acknowledged their placement. Forgiveness is for you and through you, not from them. A lot of us want closure, and we're never going to get closure. We're never going to get that person giving you what you want. Forgive them anyway, accept them anyway, and look at the lesson, the wisdom of what you've gone through. Because now that we're in Sagittarius season, now that we're getting close to the end of the year, now that we're getting close to the end of the year of the snake, we are going to be going into a fire year. We're going to go into fire season, I should say, with Sagittarius. So we're burning it down. We're renewing it. We're phoenixing it. And even getting ready for the year of the horse, we're letting go of this last shedding of the skin. It is the most beautiful time to shed your skin right now, to shed the last identity, pounds, weight, emotions, things you've been carrying around, even belongings and objects. And as we do that, we become, we remember, we allow. And I've put together a really beautiful coaching program, which is absolutely ignite your dreams and your desire. And in that coaching program, we have a 90-day transformation that will cover this last bit of this year, releasing and shedding the cycle of the snake, and igniting and firing up and putting in the new you for the year of the horse, for the year of the 1 year. And one of the things that's interesting is you are whole and you are complete. And this closing out of the season is one for the books. This is one to really do that. I remember I had a similar feeling in 2019 where I was like, I need to just finish everything. And I got rid of my storage unit. I let go of my office space. I I finished and completed a program that I was in. And I was like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not taking anything into this next year. Everything has to be closed. No contracts, no nothing. And of course, that was the beginning of a new season. I feel that same way, is that it's really important to go into this year as empty as you possibly can, but with a new vision. Starting this new season with potentiality. Starting this new season without the old story. And so that's this part that we're in right now with all these retrogrades, is to be burning away, cleansing and removing that story so that you are right on track for the build of the new experience. You're right in the energy of forward motion and momentum. That's going to be the year of the year of the horse. It's not the fire horse. I keep wanting to call it the fire horse, but it is so powerful and it is so potent to be going into this energy. And this energy has a sense of urgency. If you haven't felt it, check and see if your soul isn't trying to lean into this urgency right now. It's an absolutely magnificent opportunity. And yes, it's been Mercury retrograde. So of course my plane was late. Of course paperwork has been delayed. Of course payments are being delayed. Of course, you go to put something on and the Zoom isn't working quite right. So check and remember that this isn't a punishment. This is more about teaching you to be present. And so be present this holiday season. Be present this season of gratitude. You don't have to be doing it traditional. You can just take a nice list. One of the things that I do with a group of people is a 10-item gratitude list. And we do it by text. It's beautiful. What are you grateful for? How far have you come? That's the review. And reset and ignite. That's the moment we're in right now. Burn it down. And then use that same flame to light the ember to be building the next season, the next version of you. The empty space creates space for what you're becoming. You have to have the room. And we know from metaphysics, from theta healing, that if you have anger, resentment, regret, shame, all the stories, I'm not worthy, I'm not enough, going through your mind and your body, there's no room for the expectations, for the certainty, for the clarity, for the truth. And the truth is, if you can dream it, the potential for it to be real, the potential for it to be made manifest is already there. It's already there. And that's universal law. And we may not see it in the 3-day reality, but it's true. It's available in the field of miracles, in the field of possibilities. And so if you can imagine, it's really your soul. It's you telling yourself from time and space, this is what I want and this is what's possible. And so the manifesting with gratitude piece is to talk yourself right into, I'm so grateful and thankful this is already in my life, and really make a statement of choosing it. Really make a statement that even if your bank account's empty, I'm so grateful and thankful for the great wealth that is arriving. I'm so grateful for the energy of this is already mine. And that, whether you're doing it for a soulmate, whether you're doing that for the home, the job, whatever it is that you feel that you're in lack of, you're not in lack. It's already in the field. You are looking at a certain form of reality, but you can call it, and the circumstance of miracles, you can call that in from the field of possibilities, from the field of miracles. and everything shifts as soon as you believe it. Do you believe it is possible? And do you believe it's possible for you? And if you don't, then this is the perfect time for shadow work. Get a coach. See somebody. See your coach. See your counselor. See your manifestation. Do the work. And I'm here for that. If that is something you want, I've opened my books for 5 slots for this special transformational process that I'm doing December, January, and February to be ready for the year of the horse. We will finish the shedding season. We will get started with fierceness. We will be ready to take on this new version of you. So just in the last few days, I've had such incredible people in my life telling me, we had a class and Erica was telling me how literally in 5 years, her life has completely changed, and it started with the teachings that she worked with me in 2020. And we continue to work together. Someone else talked about last year's 1-year program and how I was present with them in their transformation and that they're a different person. And we've seen miracles continue in their lives. And these are just some of the messages I've received in the last 24 hours. So I'm just saying this is the time. And in our personal gratitude from me and Marissa, we do have a holiday sale for the week of gratitude. And so this new coaching program is very affordable this week. It's 50% discounted, 50% off this week only for those of you who are friends and family. We love you and we want to be here with you in this transformation in every way, any way possible. So renew and reboot and recalibrate and make this the end of a very powerful season as we are grateful for you and you are grateful for you as we go into the new season. I also wanted to just put a shout out that we have 3 more slots available for England. If you want to come with us to our Avalon, Glastonbury Avalon tour, and we're ready to do our 2027 trip to Egypt. We're getting that all ready. So if you want to know about that and you want to book a special call with me for that, please let me know, because we haven't officially put it out there yet, but we're already starting to fill up for 2027. So whatever is going on with you, if you're here, if you're watching this video, it is my biggest gratitude that I've ever had to be at this moment with you. 5,000 people now. It just blew my mind that we hit that 5,000 mark. And so my gratitude goes out to you, whether you've done a session, watched a video, taken a class or a program, went on a trip with me, whether you're a friend, a family member, whatever has been true for you. I just want you to know I love you. I'm grateful for you. And whatever you do this week, be kind to others. It is Mercury retrograde and many other retrogrades. So be kind, be patient, leave early, check your itinerary, check your paperwork. If your computer needs backed up, do that. Make sure you take your car chargers with you to recharge your phones in the car and whatnot. But just be gentle with yourself and others and live magically.